Imagine a SUV that shares its engine and platform with iconic SUVs like Audi Q7, Audi Q8, Porsche Cayenne, Lamborghini Urus and Bentley Bentayga, while still being more practical and affordable than those SUVs. On paper, this SUV should be a no-brainer. You might be thinking that people might be lining up to buy this SUV, right? You're wrong. In fact, Volkswagen is actually discontinuing this SUV, the Volkswagen Touareg. In this video, we will be exploring this question as to why Volkswagen is discontinuing Volkswagen Touareg for 2026. This story will make you realize that making a great car for the right price in today's market is not sufficient. So sit down and buckle up to continue this story because you're watching Karan Simplified. First, let's get a short history lesson on Volkswagen Touareg. It was first released in 2002 on the platform of Porsche Cayenne and Audi Q7. In fact, this SUV was jointly developed with Porsche and Audi and had an internal code name as Type 7L. Touareg was meant to be a luxury crossover for the German brand. It had a monstrous 5-liter V10 TDI engine with 750 Nm of torque and 300 horsepower. It had so much torque that it was able to pull a 155-ton Boeing 747 in 2005. Apart from diesel, Volkswagen Touareg was also offered with a W12 petrol engine in some markets, but more common petrol options were the V6 and the V8. And all these engines were mounted longitudinally, unlike all the other Volkswagen SUVs like Tiguan and Atlas, which have always used a transverse mounted engine. It also had a standard 4-motion all-wheel drive system, an optional differential lock to increase off-road capability, and a low-range mode. The Touareg also featured an optional 4-wheel active air suspension to raise the ride height on the command. In 2010, we saw the second-gen Touareg with more tech features, but a smaller diesel engine with a V8 and a V6 hybrid option also got introduced. While the beloved V10 diesel was dropped, a new 8-speed gearbox replaced the old 6-speed one. At the same time, Volkswagen reduced the weight of this SUV by 200 kilograms and refined each element of this SUV. The latest gen Touareg was introduced in 2018 with a facelift in 2023. Despite being larger, Volkswagen reduced the weight of this SUV further by 100 kilograms, which I tell you is very difficult in modern days, especially with increased safety regulations, while receiving more refinements in technology and other aspects to improve overall driving experience. The third-gen Touareg also had an honor to share its platform with iconic SUVs like Lamborghini Urus and Bentley Bentayga as well, apart from Cayenne, Q8 and Q7. So now let's get to the point. Why Volkswagen is discontinuing this SUV? There are many reasons for it. Reason number 1, price perception. Let's face it, nobody wants to buy a Volkswagen which is that expensive. People would rather buy a Cayenne, Q7, Q8, a Urus or a Bentayga, sold by brands which have higher prestige. Since Porsche and Lamborghini are associated with their sports cars, while Audi and Bentley are associated with luxury, Volkswagen is considered as an affordable car brand for everyday cars. It's logical that a person driving a Tiguan would probably go with a Q7 instead to feel more of an upgrade, since both cars are similarly priced, at least in Europe. Reason number 2, the profit margin. Now, Volkswagen also know that they can charge higher price for the SUVs from Audi, Porsche, Lamborghini and Bentley, since all these brands are under the Volkswagen umbrella and have a better brand value. So it is beneficial for them to discontinue Touareg and reducing competition for their other luxury products. We should not forget that this M&B platform that is shared among all these SUVs is expensive as well. Reason number 3, strict emission laws. It's no secret that emission laws across the world are getting stricter, but Europe particularly stands out in that department. A big SUV with powerful diesel and petrol engines are hard to comply with such regulations. The third-gen Touareg was never offered in North America because it was too small for the price for that market. And finally, China is more focusing on EVs, and consumers are not really buying expensive gas-powered Volkswagens there. So there isn't any big market left for this SUV, unfortunately. So what are its replacements then? In Europe, 7-seater Tayron and 5-seater Tiguan seem to be logical replacements for it, which are more mainstream and have higher volume potential. In North America, they have already replaced Touareg with Atlas, while China also has Atlas and Tayron, which will act as an indirect replacement there. Volkswagen is currently concentrating on developing economical electric cars, like the EV version of Golf, and it seems there is no EV version planned to directly replace Touareg either. People always have the option of an Audi Q7, and if they have more money, Cayenne, Urus, Bentayga or a Q8 are also there. Personally, I feel really sad. Touareg was a really cool SUV in Volkswagen's lineup. It had a longitudinally placed engine, had a proper all-wheel drive system with locking diffs and a low-range mode, making it a proper serious SUV in a world of soft roaders like Karan and Atlas. Touareg is another victim to strict emission regulations. I feel like Volkswagen Touareg suffered a similar fate to Volkswagen Phaeton. These laws are also forcing resources of manufacturers like Volkswagen thin in trying to develop new EVs, which in my opinion most people don't want. But anyways, what do you guys think? Are you sad with this news as well? Share your thoughts down in the comments below. I would love to know your opinion about it. Like and share this video if you found it interesting. Subscribe to the channel for more such content. And as always, remember one thing, it is cool to be a nerd. See you soon in a future video. Goodbye.